Welcome to your Astro Forecast for the week of April 1st, 2024. I'm Sarah Nicole. This is Twisted Goddess Tarot, and my mission is to help you navigate the cosmic energies with greater awareness. If you're watching right now, you're probably watching the replay. If that's the case, leave a comment so I can come back and say hi to you. If you're new here, we do this every Monday where I chat about what is happening in the skies to bring light to how the week's astrology may affect you. Of course, this is going to be on a collective level. How these astrological events affect you personally is going to really depend on how it's interacting with your personal birth chart, okay? So this is going to be collective energy, and then you may see some additional layers of that depending on your birth chart. So we're going to start out chatting about what's happening today, Monday, April 1st. We do have the last quarter moon at 12 degrees Capricorn today. Last quarter moon is your time to release. I know that we hear a lot about releasing on the full moon, and I'm a big person of no rules, especially in spirituality. Do what you feel called to, do what feels right for you. But personally, the full moon astrologically is when the light of the moon is at its fullest, and so it is the time to celebrate and give gratitude to what is full within and around you. It is also a time to illuminate as the light is brightest. Now, the last quarter moon, astrologically speaking, aligns with release work more than the full moon, right? Because the last quarter moon occurs when the sun is creating this challenging square aspect to the waning moon, while the energy of the moon, the light of the moon, is releasing. This square aspect really pushes you to action. It creates sort of a tension or sort of a crisis mode, which really pushes you into action. And release is an action word. We actually have to let go, right? So that makes the themes of the last quarter moon surround release, surrender, and letting go. So for this last quarter moon today, you will want to choose something to remove from your life that is no longer serving you. This could be a physical object. It could be a personality trait. It could be a relationship. It could be a situation. It could be a belief. Really anything. If you like to have ritual attached to your release work, since this last quarter moon is happening in Capricorn, which is an earth sign, I recommend that you write what you're releasing on a leaf. I say leaf so we don't litter, and then release it into the earth by burying it, right? Also, any crystals, water, or other spiritual tools that you charge under the last quarter moon will hold the energy of releasing, of letting go, of banishing. So the last quarter moon in Capricorn card says to leave the past behind. So this is speaking to releasing work. So Capricorn as a whole, its energy, not if you're a Capricorn personally, but as a whole, its energy speaks to traditions, right? It speaks to the tried and true, the establishment, if you will. So this is a really great time to leave behind situations, thoughts, mindsets, perspectives, relationships that were once aligned with your values or your beliefs or where you were at, but are no longer there and are tying you to the past in some way, are tying you into this place that you have already evolved past, that you have already grown past, right? This is also a really beautiful time to release the, how do I want to say this in a in a loving way, to release the need to know why, right? To release the need to know why something happened, because we're talking about leaving the past behind with this last quarter moon in Capricorn. And so a lot of times that is the one thing that keeps us tied to the past, is our desire to know, why did this person do this? Or why did that happen? And oftentimes that is an answer that is never going to get answered for us. And oftentimes, even if we did get that answer, it still wouldn't give us the closure that we're looking for. And so this last quarter moon in Capricorn today on April 1st is a really great time to release the past, any outdated ways of thinking or being, and also release that need to know why something in the past happened. So beautiful, beautiful time for that. especially smack dab in the middle of eclipse season, it's really a time, because eclipse is all about a fated events, right? And so it's really a good time to release the why and release something from the past. Why did this happen? And say, you know what? It must have been for a reason. I don't need to know why. I just need to know that it happened, and keep moving forward. Keep looking forward. Also today, on Monday, April 1st, Mercury Retrograde starts today. So Mercury will be stationing retrograde at 27 degrees of Aries today, and it's going to stay retrograde until April 25th. So Mercury retrograde is a beautiful time to slow down. Retrograde occurs when the planet slows down so much that from our perspective, it appears to be moving backward in the sky. And there's a lot of fear messaging around retrograde, Mercury retrograde in particular, but around all retrogrades, there's a lot of fear messaging. But the ancient astrologers didn't think of it as something scary that was coming in to mess up our life. The ancient astrologers actually looked at it as a time that Mercury is the mind, it's the messenger of the gods. And Mercury retrograde was a time that we were, retrograde is always a time that the planet's energy turns inward rather than outward. And so Mercury retrograde was a time that we were able to actually access the depths of our mind, our subconscious, our intuition more. And so it really is a time to turn within. It is recommended that you not start new projects or that you not sign any new contracts, because it really is a time to pause, to slow down, to review what you've been doing, to review your mindset, your thoughts, your communication. And, you know, while Mars is the planet of the mind and it's not really ruling over our actions, any of our actions starts within our mind, right? Most of the time we think it before we do it. And so this Mercury really is such a big component. And so this is a time to really slow down and rest and review the direction you're heading in life and make sure that that's where you want to be moving towards, right? So it is a beautiful time to slow down, to take that time. It offers us a second chance to go back, review, and then come back and fix any mistakes that we have. So we are going to be having Mercury retrograde, but during this time, the mind can be a little bit foggy. We can experience some confusion. We can experience miscommunications, especially happening in Aries, because Aries is very bold. Aries is very courageous. Aries is very impulsive, right? So I will say, with Mercury retrograde being in Aries, just to make sure that you are thinking before you speak, so that you're not saying anything that you're going to regret later. So that is our Mercury retrograde energy. Remember, anything that you hear around Mercury retrograde, astrology is always meant to help guide you, not to dictate. I always say direct, not dictate, right? So while yes, it is recommended that you don't sign any contracts during Mercury retrograde. If your lease is up this month and you have to sign a new lease, your landlord's not going to take kindly when you say, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, I can't sign any contracts. So does that mean don't sign it? No, just read it twice. Really take that time to pause and to review. It's suggested to not buy any new technology during Mercury retrograde. Does that mean if my phone breaks, I'm not going to buy a new phone until after April 25th? Of course not. It just means that maybe I'm going to read the contract. I'm going to maybe get the insurance on it, right? Direct, not dictate. It is suggested to we can have travel delays during Mercury retrograde. So does that mean don't travel? No, it just means take your time, plan for the delays, right? Don't layer things on top of each other. Make time for this slowdown to happen. Make time for the slowdown. That's it. Mercury retrograde happens 3 to 4 times a year. So I promise the universe isn't giving us something 3 to 4 times a year just to mess with us. It's for a reason. It is to slow down. And then on Wednesday, April 3rd, we are having Neptune conjunct Venus at 28 degrees Pisces. This is a really beautiful day, April 3rd. Neptune is the planet of dreams. It is our spirituality. It is also rules illusions. Neptune is kind of the smokescreen, the rose-colored glasses, that mysticism, right? Neptune is all things woo-woo. And then Venus is, of course, the planet of love and beauty and values. And so Venus is all about creating more beauty and harmony in your life. So we have these two really beautiful energies merging together in Pisces the mystic. So this is a day that we can be extra sensitive. So be mindful of that. If you are already a highly sensitive person, on Wednesday, April 3rd, when Neptune and Venus come together and meet, this can make you even more sensitive, but it can also make you very creative. It can really heighten creative energies. It's a time to really dream big. It's a time to, so if you're creative at all, this would be a day that I would make my vision boards. This would be a day that I would maybe do some painting. This is really a beautiful day to tune in and really tune into that sacral chakra energy, really is what this day is all about. On Thursday, April 4th, we are going to be having the 4-4 portal. Of course, that is not astrological. That is numerology. So we'll talk about that on a separate post, but that's really going to be a day to lay down some foundations, right? What am I building? So start thinking about that as we lead up to that 4-4 portal. What am I building? And then on Friday, April 5th, we do have Venus moving into Aries until April 29th. So Venus, right? Love, the planet of love, moving into Aries, this really fresh start, bold, courageous, impulsive energy. This is spring fling energy. When Venus moves into April, we get that spring fling. The weather's warming up, you know, we're starting to wear our sundresses and feel cute, right? It is spring fling energy. It is wanting something new. It is wanting something passionate. It is wanting something exciting in our life, right? We're coming out, we're thawing out from the winter, and we want something exciting. And so whether you are in a relationship or you are single, you're still going to have this energy, and you can still tap into this energy, right? Of course, spring fling energy feels so much more like it's for the people who are single, which is beautiful, because a lot of the Venus energy we talk about is people in relationships. So it's a beautiful time to put yourself out there and meet someone new and be excited about love, and allow that, if you are jaded to love, Venus and Aries can really let go of some of that jadedness and allow you to be excited about love and excited about just having fun again. And if you're in a relationship, it is a reminder to not get stagnant and to not get complacent in your relationship. It's a reminder that you still need spring fling energy. You still need to, you know, be taken out on dates, or take someone out on a date, or have some new, fun, impulsive energy within your relationship. So that is our Astro Forecast for the week of April 1st, 2024. If you have any questions about anything we went over this week, drop them in the comments and I'll come back and chat with you about it. And this will be available for the replay if you missed the beginning, or if you want to come back and remind yourself of the energies that are going to be happening throughout the week. Just a reminder, I am on spring break with my little one this week, so all of my readings on my website are marked as sold out right now. And then next week I am going to be on a yoga retreat. So I will begin being available for astrology readings and tarot readings mid-April. So other than showing up here a little bit here and there to talk about the Astro Forecast and things like that, Twisted Goddess Tarot is actually closed until mid-April. So much love to you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Remember, Mercury Retrograde starts today. Slow down, review, and be mindful of your communication. Okay? So much love.